Oh yeah! Welcome to Brant B Guitar. This lesson's all about vibrato, bending, and sliding. Any lead guitar player is going to be using all of these tricks and effects. Well, let's get right into the lesson. Also, please subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave those in the link below. Here's the guitar face of the day. The first exercise we're going to do is vibrato. What is vibrato? Vibrato is taking a note. The note kind of fluctuates back and forth. This is what it sounds like. Now, it doesn't mean the finger will slide in the box. That's not what you want to do. It's taking the index finger's pushing in, and you're wiggling the wrist to create a very kind of jerking motion of the note. Now, you'll have your own technique. It won't look exactly like mine, but we're going to do a workout here with all 4 fingers, 1 finger at a time. We're going to do all 4 fingers one at a time, starting on the high E string on the 1st fret. So we're going to start with the vibrato, and then we're going to move up to the next one, and then to the next one, and so forth. But we're going to go up to the 12th fret and back, and we're going to apply some time to this. The idea is throughout the 4 beats, you want to keep wiggling that wrist and keep that tone going throughout. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I said you can go back at home. Same thing, just starting from the 12th and going back down. Now, I don't know if you guys can see that, but my watch it's wiggling and moving. I'm going to put that near the mic so you can hear it. That's the sound that's going on there. Vibrato wrists, vibrato hands. Your fingertips may also hurt when you do this. So just take your time with it, and if doing the full 12 is too much, just do what you can. If you only want to do 4, 5, 6, whatever works for you. Excellent. So there are different variations of vibrato, how intense you wiggle the wrist or the note, or you can, it doesn't have to be exactly like mine. You're going to find your own style that works for you. The greatest guitar player ever in the history of guitar playing, B.B. King, he would take his thumb off. So when he would play, I'm keeping my thumb here. I'd recommend keeping the thumb there when you first start, but Eric Clapton sometimes, John Mayer, but it came from B.B. King. See, the thumb's not on, the thumb's free. Just depends on what you want to do. And you can experiment with this on all the string sets. It's good practice just to get your fingers in shape and your fingertips in shape. Let's try the next exercise. We're going to start, let's go into bends next. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 3 fingers for the bend. And what we're going to do, we're going to start on the high E string on the 7th fret. The ring finger is going to be on the 7th. Middle finger is going to be on the 6th, index is going to be on the 5th, all on the high E string. Now, with the bend, all 3 fingers are going to be pushing down. You're pushing down, and then you're pushing away at the same time. So you're doing 2 things at one time. You're keeping the pressure here, and you're putting pressure this way. So all we're just going to try and do is hit the note and bend it a little bit. So many people I see when I first teach will like try and do one finger. You lose all power with one finger. Another thing I'll see is people will put the fingers on, but this finger's doing all the work. or it loses its tension. You want to have equal power distributed throughout the 3 fingers. You have to remember, as you're pushing this way, you're pushing down at the same time. If you just push this way, you lose the note. So here's what we're going to do. This is an excellent ear training exercise. What we're going to do is hit the note on the 7th, and then you're going to hit the note on the 8th. What we're doing here is this is called the half-step bend, and we're going to go from the 7th to the 8th fret in pitch. So again, without bending, here's the 7th fret note, here's the 8th. Hear that? Trying to bend to that note. And if you can see, I'm pushing here, and the thumb is also on the neck here. You'll see a lot of the blues players will keep the thumb here. It helps with pushing everything in. It's scrunching like this. So what we're going to do is this exercise up the high E string, then we're going to go to the B string and the G string. Here we go. Remember to push and pull this way. Another thing that I want to describe is as that bend's happening, you release, if we're doing that one over again, from the 16th to the 17th. That's the note. That's the pitch we're going to be bending to. Still, if you can see, push down like this and pushed away like this. So I'll show you when I release the note. And now. What happens is when you release it, you don't take your fingers all the way off. You loosen the tension. So you're not pushing in anymore and you're not pushing away. So let's see if you guys can see that. Also, when you do this, some of the other strings may buzz. When you first start, you'll go into the B string. What'll happen is you may bend up and you may hear the B string. That's okay. As you were seeing some of the examples that I was if you were seeing some of the examples that I was doing, it was still happening a little bit. This might happen. Weird sounds, that's okay. Just have to keep strengthening up the finger. Let's try the same thing on the B string. 7th fret. Also, this is going to help your ears. Okay, that is the end of bending. Let's move into sliding. So let's take our index finger and we're just going to go 5 to 7. Now the idea with the slide is you push down. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So you're hitting. The tension stays in the guitar as you slide, so you have to push down as you slide. And at the end, you could get some. At the end there, you could get some vibrato if you really want to. So you're basically hitting 2 notes with only hitting 1, meaning you're just hitting here on the 5th of the high E. And sliding in. So we're going to do something a little bit different because you've just been gliding up 1 string. Let's move it across the board so you're getting all 6 strings in. 5 to 7 on all the strings and then back. This is what it's going to sound like. And again. Sounds pretty good, right? Yours will sound even better. Let's do the same thing but reverse it. 7 to 5. Okay, let's make this a little bit more challenging. Let's use another finger, but now we're going to expand the slide. Let's go 5 to 12. Oh yeah. Remember to keep the tension in as you slide. Let's reverse it. Okay, so that's vibrato, bends, and slides, all in one lesson. Now let's see how you can actually apply this to what you already know. So the minor pentatonic scale, what I recommend is you search on YouTube 12-bar blues in the key of A with a backing track. And you'll have a full band, or someone on YouTube will be playing the 12-bar blues. And any note within this scale is fair game to use, and it's a great practice tool to learn how to solo. But instead of just playing with the backing track and playing notes regularly, now you can add some of these techniques. So maybe you could start with just basic vibrato. You get the idea, and you can move around to different spots. Now, when you try the bends, what I'd recommend is you see when you learn the minor pentatonic scale, index fourth finger. Most artists do not bend with their fourth finger. They may, but the majority of what you're going to see, most players will bend with the ring finger. So what I'd recommend when practicing with that backing track, you can do something like this. You can do that on all of the notes, thinking going from the highest note. Oh, Jesus, I can't even talk today. I didn't even drink last night. Going from the highest note to the lower note on each string. Let me show you what I mean. And you can practice that on oh boy. You can practice that with the backing track. Now you can also do slides as well. If you want, you can even use the ring finger or the middle finger. There's no rules to this. So if I were to do something where I was doing vibrato, bending, and sliding all into one thing, here's just an example. So that just takes some practice and just experimenting, and this is a technique that all lead guitar players are going to use, and it's so important to learn. So again, you learn vibrato, up and down the neck, bending, up and down to a pitch, using your ears, ear training, and sliding. Again, start listening to your favorite guitar players. How are they hitting the notes? Are they sliding? Are they bending? What are they doing? Stuff to think about. And start listening more. Use your ears. I hope this guitar lesson opened some doors for you in your lead playing. This is Brant B Guitar signing off. Please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, you can post below. All right, have a good one.